Hi y'all, welcome back to GroFit Cooking. Today I'm going to share with you this little gem that we keep in our freezer year round. It is my chocolate covered oatmeal protein bars. Now there are lots of recipes out there and I've tried a few. This one I think you are going to love. I grew up eating Nestle Crunch candy bars and it has a little bit of the Rice Krispies in it just for that reason because I really enjoy it. This is a whole food snack that we keep in the freezer because when you want to go for ice cream or candy bars or not just that little piece of dark chocolate, you want a little something more, this is a great go-to. And I know exactly what's in there. I know it's good for me, it's good for my family, and not high in processed sugars. Let me show you just how quick and easy it is to prepare a batch, and then you're good to go for a while. All right, today we have two bowls. The large bowl, we're gonna do our dry ingredients, and a smaller bowl for our wet ingredients. To begin with, I've got oat flour here. I like to buy whole rolled oats. It's high in fiber. It's as close to it is from nature. It's just been squished flat. It's been thrown into the food processor or a blender and just blend till it's smoother. And I do this because it holds the bar together nicely. If I left it more chunky, the bar would be more likely to fall apart. Thus, there would be little bits of chocolate on the sofa when people eat it. Don't want that. So 1 cup of oat flour, and then I add a ½ cup of almond flour, again, because I want any extra protein that I can get in there. And here's my special little treat, Rice Krispies. I love this in there because it takes it from just a dense bar to something that crunches and pops as it goes in my mouth. And this is the organic, healthy rice. There's brown rice and regular. A confession here, Rice Krispies by Kellogg's, by far the best light, crispy crunch. Even though I like to stay away from the more processed foods and stick to organic, I'm just gonna confess that right now. And then to this, I'm gonna add some extra protein powder. And I like to get something that's plant-based versus dairy because with autism, it's advised to try with your child gluten-free and dairy-free, casein-free for their tummies. And we did see a huge difference with Ethan when we did that as a small child. I'm gonna add about 1/4 cup of protein powder. And then this part's really not necessary, but like I said, I like to sneak in the extra goodies, and I'm gonna sprinkle in about a tablespoon of chia and some ground flaxseed. About a tablespoon or so as well. And because I know that what I'm adding to this is all salt-free, I'm gonna put a pinch of my pink Himalayan sea salt in there, just like 1/8 teaspoon's worth. Just brings all the flavors together. So give that a mix. And then it's time to move on to the wet ingredients. See, this isn't so complicated. The wet ingredients are my nut butter, and this one is 100% peanuts. I spent a little time really mixing it in the jar. I like to do this one from scratch in the oven when I have time. It just feels so satisfying, and I know exactly what's in it, and it costs a fraction of the price. I get some raw peanuts, already shelled, let's make it a little bit easy, and toast them in the oven. And then once they're nice and roasted, I pull them out, let them cool, and then blend them up in the food processor and keep going. Just let the processor cool so the motor cools down. But that's peanut butter. I add some salt to that, and I know exactly what's in there, how much, and it feels so satisfying to make it myself. And ½ cup of honey. Also, you can switch in some maple syrup. This is 3 tablespoons of coconut oil going in, and give that a mix. Now, if your nut butter is really thick, you can warm this up so that it's just more pourable and mixable. So here I know I have some good healthy fats, a natural type of sweetener. I buy local honey because using honey that's been collected by bees from the plants and flowers in your area helps you to deal with the local allergies. Wet ingredients go into the dry. Let's bring this back over. Definitely get the kids in the kitchen helping you with it. And this is the base of your chocolate protein bar. Now, sometimes I add raw cacao powder into this mix as well. make it a little extra chocolatey. But like I said, today I just want to give you a basic recipe to get started with. And then you make your own changes and add-ins. All right, it's combined pretty well here. And now we're ready for our square tin or glass container. Just line it with parchment paper so it's easy to pull out and chop into bars. And press this into our mold. Time for some fingers over here too. Make it nice and pretty. Flatten it out and then kind of press down the edges so that when you're eating it, nothing crumbles and falls apart. Okay, I've washed my hands and I'm ready to proceed to the third and final step. Of course, this can be omitted if you're eating it yourself and you don't mind, but why not add to this a little dark chocolate coating? Oh, it makes it totally scrumptious. This is 50 grams of dark chocolate. I use 72 or 85%, and then to that I'm going to add a half tablespoon of coconut oil just to make the chocolate melt out nice and smooth. And this is going to get melted down gently and slowly in the microwave or in a bath of hot water. Okay, with my microwave it took 30 seconds. I checked it midway, gave it a little stir. It wasn't melting much, but after 30 it's nearly all melted, and then you just continue to use that heat to melt it down while you're stirring. Nearly there. Oh, it smells so good. A little tidbit of information. When I had Gabriel, my first child, I gave up chocolate, and that lasted for 13 years. I went 13 years with no cacao, no chocolate. But I eat it now. I love it. But I stick with dark chocolate. All right, I pulled the tray back out of the freezer and drizzle on the chocolate. Look at that. Now they're not quite ready to eat yet. They'll need about half an hour or so in the freezer. Actually, the longer the better. I like a nice frozen bar. They're nice and thin so they don't break your teeth trying to bite them. And then just let it ooze around, coat. Is the way to go. These are ready to go into the freezer, and I just have to wait till they're nice and chilled so that I can take them out and cut them. Okay, I'm back with my knife, cutting board, and my pan from the freezer. Let's see, look how easy that is. Lift it out, peel that off of it so it's not stuck on after you cut them. Okay, here goes. However big or small you want them, of course. Oh, I like the sound of the Rice Krispies. Okay. Since I went kind of small that way, we'll make them a little longer. This way. These bars are ready to enjoy whenever you want them. Grab a container, put them in it to go, or sitting in front of the TV watching a movie, have a little snack. I love the crunch of the Rice Krispies. And here's my container I keep in the freezer. Easy to open up the freezer, sneak in quietly, grab a bar. Let me know any additions you make that are delicious, because you know I'll want to try them too. Leave your feedback in the comments below. Until next time, enjoy your quick and healthy snacking. Bye, y'all. Threes, and here is and here is all over the table